Hello traders, welcome to Chat Insights. First off, I would like to welcome us into the new month and we say happy new month to us. So this is Chat Insights for the first 2 weeks of February. So let's see what we've got. I'm going to be sharing my insights as regard major currency, the gold markets, Bitcoin, and indices. So let's just go straight into it. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, you want to do yourself some good by subscribing to this channel, turn on the notification, and whenever I drop content like this, you will always be among the first to get notified. So first, we look at the major currency, and I usually start from the very top of my list, and we have GBP USD. You know how we do it here. We don't just go straight into how I'm going to execute the market. I walk you through what I am seeing and how I will be taking execution. So we first go to the 3-month chart. As a swing trader, I want to have an overview of what is really going on in the market. Okay, let me take this off. If you watch the last episode I dropped, the last analysis video I dropped, you will see that I'm now bullish on GBP USD. So GBP USD has really been trading between this big support and resistance, and it's already showing signs of bullishness. So we break out from this minor resistance, we retest. Price tried so very much to close inside, but we can see the dragonfly candlestick closing back inside, which is indicating a lot of strong buying pressure. And you can see the month has started, the year has started with a strong bullish movement to the upside. So the next thing we do here is to move down to the monthly chart. So on the monthly chart, we can see that price starts moving clear in a bullish direction. This was a massive bull run. We have a correction, and we are expecting another major rally to this major resistance of 1.4260 on GBP USD. So we scale down to the weekly chart to see things more clearer. How are we going to position ourselves? I drop this analysis all across my social handles, and we actually make some money on this trade. We took a buy trade around this region, and our exit point was here, so price hit our target, and now we are repositioning ourselves again for another trade opportunity. What I saw here, which also confirms to me that the market is most likely to continue the bullish run, is this inverse head and shoulder pattern. If you don't know how to trade chart patterns, that is a concept under the price action trading strategy. So your own concept might probably be different, but this is how I trade. I look for chart patterns in the market. So I spot this was the neckline, so I took an early trade from this right shoulder and we exited around this point. So for now, I'm expecting the market to pull back into the neckline that is now most likely to act as a support level, then for price to continue the bullish rally to the upside. So we can see that clearer on the day chart. So now I'm expecting more pullback on GBP USD for the market to rally up again. So I'm expecting price to come down here, and then I'm going to be positioning myself for a buy trade. Also, I'll be making use of the Fibonacci. So in case price might not want to pull back into that region, So I have my Fibonacci from this low shooting up like this. So let's see how that looks on the 4 hours chart. So this is what we have on the 4 hours chart. So waiting patiently for price to come to this fib region, which is also lining perfectly well to the neckline, expecting to turn to a support level. So I'll be looking for buy opportunity around this area of 1.3600 on GBP USD to go long. And our next level target first is going to be this fib extension 1.40 and 1.42 in extension. So that is what I have on GBP USD. Let's look at the next pair, which is Euro USD. We know that this pair most alike. So let's also have a bigger picture look of what we are expected to see on Euro USD. Euro USD has also been moving alike aside GBP USD. So I'm also bullish here, expecting price to push back to this major resistance level of 1.244, and I'm looking for a way to enter a buy opportunity. This was also part of analysis I shared in our last episode. I did not take trade on this one because price did not really fully give me exactly what I needed, and then it just started pushing without us in the trade. So what do we have here? We have a pattern also here, but in this case not the head and shoulder pattern. We have the ascending triangle pattern, which signals that a bullish continuation is most likely to happen. So let's see that on the weekly chart. Let's see that on the weekly chart. Okay, so on this weekly chart, yes, I was also seeing some kind of head and shoulder, but not a perfect head and shoulder, because sometimes we don't expect the market to show you a perfect picture of what you want to see. So we have this inverse head and shoulder, just like what we have on GBP USD, and now market has really pushed to the upside, and we are expecting that retracement to come back to the neckline of that trend. So that is what I will be positioning for trade on Euro USD. So we've seen this break to the top, then we want to see retracement, and then we can continue our buying movements to the upside. So if we should narrow down, you will see that I already set an alert here for the market to alert me when price gets there, so I can start looking for my entry confirmations. So here as well, we'll see that we have a very strong push. I should have catch this trade very early around this point, but it moved very fast. There's another pattern I spot around here. It moved very fast, so I don't like joining trade at the middle. I was expecting maybe we are going to have some kind of pullback, but that didn't come, and then we just sprang to the upside. So here now I'm patiently waiting for price to actually lap very well on this zone, and also I'll be making use of my fib, because whenever you see the market in a trending phase, you can make use of your Fibonacci tools. And believe you me, if this market is really going to push up, we are going to have a very strong bullish run, because the market has been ranging for a while, and whenever we have a range and price is now able to break out of that range, we should expect a massive push. So here I'm also setting myself up for a bullish trade on Euro USD. On to the next one, NZD USD. NZD USD was very painful. Yes, I said very painful, because here too I did miss my opportunity. I was not on my charts on NZD/USD. This should have also been a very good ride for us last week. Similar to GU and EU, market has really been ranging. I can see the buys taking over. How do I know this? Just simple market structure. Market structure, if you are in a downtrend, says that price needs to continually create lower lows and lower highs. But from the higher time frame, we have already seen a shift. This was a lower low, lower than this previous one. We create a lower high, and then from here price come and create a double bottom, which is a signal that the buyers want to take over. This double bottom was not just created at any random place. This is created at a major support level, and then we have this candle formation. So when we have this, I know that something is about to happen next. So I was expecting the pullback to come like this, so we can now move up. This is my overall target on NZD/USD back to the major resistance, but I'm going to be taking profit off from all of this minor level. But unfortunately for us, I'm not on the chart. I would have even called this trade on our Telegram group. So we have the push up, a retracement. Also, this is an inverse head and shoulder pattern, and you can see how strong the market bleed to the upside. So we have a retracement, then a very strong massive candlestick, all to where would have expected to just take off our trade. So the market has really moved very strong, so I'm expecting correction. With this kind of correction, I don't usually like it when price make little correction. I always want to see a very deep correction. So for this case, I'm not preparing myself yet for a trade on NZD/USD. Even when there is a confirmation around this zone, I will not be taking the trade because I do not trust a small pullback. So I would like to see a very strong pullback, might be to the middle of this point, or even chart patterns around this area for the bullish run to continue. So for now, NZD/USD, I am bullish, but no entry confirmation yet. AUD/USD. AUD/USD has been able to push to my expected point, which is a major level on the higher time frame. We can see what happened here. Price has been able to push to a major level, and you can even see the reaction, the weak rejection. One thing is that when price gets to major level, which is higher time frame level, it struggles before it can eventually break those levels. Yes, that's the reason why you will see yourself marking your zone on the 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and price will not really respect them that much. But when you mark them on the higher time frame, they tends to be more strong than the one you have on the lower time frame. So this one has already gotten to this point, which is a decisive point. Are we going to break above, or price is going to reject from here? So with this AUD/USD, I'm still going to be looking at AUD/USD doing nothing because of what I'm expecting on NZD/USD to continue the bullish rally. So partially bullish on AUD/USD because they are positively correlated. So this is how I'm going to be expecting. If we have a break above, then wait for retracement on the lower time frame to go and pick our bullish entry. But for now, nothing yet on AUD/USD. One thing as a trader is that you should always be able to filter out trades. You don't want to be in all. You want to take the trade that are only showing clearer opportunity. So the next I have USD card. USD cards, go back and watch the previous episode I dropped, previous uh, analysis video I dropped. Most of these major markets plays out as expected. USD card, I'm expecting a bearish run because price went to touch this major resistance. We drop, we find ourselves below this minor resistance, we push up, break back down, and price retested that point, and now we are expecting the market to continue its bearish movement. So yes, there was an entry around this region using just Fibonacci. So if I should take you to the daily chart, you will see how we make use of Fibonacci. Most of you knows how to use Fibonacci, but you don't make a good use of them. Whenever the market is trending, that is the best time for you to bring out your Fibonacci tools. So I brought my Fibonacci like this, and price lines well around the golden zone region. So it took an entry here, and this was our exit point. So the market has been able to create a new lower low. So now we are expecting a retracement to come in. Price will not just start moving in a straight line. So a low has been established, a lower high, a lower low. So we are expecting another lower high for the market to continue its bearish movement to the downside. So for now, I'm expecting the market to move overall to 1.32 on USD card, and I'm setting myself up for a bearish trade. How would I take opportunity? Where would I enter again? Simply bring my fib again, because the market is still trending. So I'll be positioning myself at this fib area. So I'm expecting the market to pull back to this region, and I'll be looking for a short opportunity on USD Canada. The next one is USD CHF. USD CHF has been able to break out of a major consolidation phase. So now I can look to set myself up for a bearish continuation movement. This market has been ranging for a very long time, so I stay out. Day traders and scalpers might likely to have taken opportunity of this ranging movement, but as a swing trader, when the range is not too big, you don't want to be in the market, because your risk to reward will not be reasonable, and in fact you might probably be doing yourself more harm. Now we've been eventually able to break out. You see, one thing about ranging is that it's like a spring. Whenever we are able to just push, then we should expect a massive push to whichever way the market has break out to. So I'm just waiting for a simple break and retest. We already have the break, so now I'm waiting for the retest. Will the retest come to this point, or are we going to get to the middle of this area and then we start selling? That is why I love to use my fib whenever I see that the market has started trending. So my fib will help me to position myself to where I need to place my trade. So this is the last high that was created, and I'm going to bring my fib from here. This was the last low created. Then I extend and patiently wait for the market to come to me. So preferably I would love it to come around this point because it falls around the golden zone. So I'm going to be exercising a lot of patience this week for the market to pull back before I set myself for a trade opportunity. So that is a very quick one on USD CHF. Next we have USD JPY. USD JPY might likely start a strong bearish movement because we have a strong rejection from a major resistance level. If we look from the monthly chart, you will see that you should notice already from my chart that the blue bar, the royal blue color, are my major zones. So price already pushed to that extent on the USD JPY chart, and we have a massive sell off downward. Plus, there was a chart pattern which already indicates this movement. So I already anticipate that the market is going to go bearish, but the market move very fast, which doesn't give room for entry. This is a rising wedge pattern in a bullish run and happening as a major resistance. This tells us that price is already getting exhausted. The buyers are getting exhausted already. So we have a massive strong sell off at that resistance region, but now patiently waiting for retracement to come. You don't chase. Whenever you miss a trade, you don't just want to jump on it. That is FOMO. So patiently wait. Now we have the market break previous low, and then we can bring our Fibonacci tools from the high to the low. So you can see we are already getting closer to a fib level, so we can push up to this region and we expect a bearish movement. So USD JPY, I'm bearish. Price is yet to walk into my trap, and I'm going to be sitting on my hand doing nothing until price comes to me before I take action. And now let's move to the other market. That is the analysis we have on the major pairs. GBP USD, we are bullish. Euro USD bullish. NZD USD bullish. AUD USD partially bullish. USD CAD, we are bearish. USD CHF, we are bearish. And USD JPY, we are as well bearish. So now on to the next market, which a lot of people love to trade. This market gives a lot of people money last month, and as well takes a whole lot of money from people, because some traders are very greedy. They don't know when to get out of the market. They will see that a market is in a very strong bull run. They just want to come in and just place a buy trade, which we all know from a simple market structure. Whenever a high is being created in a bullish market, there's definitely going to be a retracement. So a lot of people keep on trading at the highs. I was just looking, not taking trade. One thing is that once I miss the early entry, I don't like joining trade at the middle. So that is one thing about me. So I will always wait for price to come for that correction before we enter our trade. So let's look at this right from the weekly chart. Gold rejected from my resistance level, and we try to break above, and we close massively back inside. Gold is still bullish. This was just a correction to continue the movement. But another concern here is that on the weekly chart, gold has created a very strong candle pattern which signals reversal. This is an evening star candlestick happening as a major resistance. Yes, it is a concern, but because we are still in a very strong market movement, can be a retracement for the next bullish movement to continue. So here I will be scaling lower to the lower time frame to see how to position myself for a buy opportunity. So if I should shrink the chart to see, well, you can see that gold is still strong for a bullish market. So let's see the day chart. So on the day chart here, we have gold still strong to the upside. We can see that this was the last high that was created, a previous high. This was a low, and this was the last high, which still shows that the market is still moving in higher highs and higher lows. With this, we can bring out our fib. Yes, and I can tell you that at the point where gold is now, we might likely see a little bit of consolidation before we start another rally to the top. So bringing our fib like this, price is already at the golden zone, in fact testing the last level of the Fibonacci. So if we now scale down to our entry time frame, what I want to see is that I want to see exhaustions of price. I don't just want to see one candlestick, a pin bar, bullish engulfing, and then just getting straight. I need to see volume reduction before I start positioning myself for a trade. So on gold, I am bullish on gold, but before I take my trade, there are confirmations I need to see. So when we get that, I'm going to post my entry on my Telegram group. If you want to join, there's a link on my bio. Just click that and it's going to take you straight into that point. And next, we have silver. Silver also did a very strong push. You see, one thing you need to understand is that when price is already at its peak, like you can see that this is a high and price has just been creating a new all-time high, a new all-time high, that is not the best time for you to join that trade. It is best to ignore that market, because what usually follows is a strong pullback, and we have that. In fact, this pullback beyond my expectation. I was expecting this pullback to this region so that we can continue rally to up, but this was very strong, and a lot of buyers were liquidated in this market. So I'm expecting price to start movement back to the upside. Silver, I am bullish, but no entry confirmation yet. And now to the crypto market, which is Bitcoin. This now, I missed this sell off. And I'm going to show you that very quickly. So on the weekly chart here, I have Bitcoin. The market is trending upward, but I saw something different, that we are most likely going to drop more lower because of these chart patterns. Let's look at the day chart. The day chart has been in a downtrend, which signals that sellers are actively strong in the market of Bitcoin. Lower lows, lower high, lower lows. So when price break this level, we create this flag pattern, and my expectation was that when we break below, it's going to signal a continuation sell movement to this minor resistance. How I want to position myself is that I was expecting to see a pullback back to this minor resistance level to give me some sort of a head and shoulder pattern. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head. We have this breakout. If I enter from here, my stop loss is going to be very, very wide. So I was looking for a way to minimize my stop. So I was expecting if price can come back here, which is still going to give me another bearish continuation pattern that the market wants to go down. Also, I bring out my Fibonacci from this high to this low. So I was expecting price to pull back here, but one thing that I failed to pay attention to, which is a blind spot I didn't look at. If I had looked at that, I would have entered this trade, which was a minor support level, because mostly I trade support and resistance. Simple concept, nothing complicating at all. So I failed to identify this support level. If I had identified this support level, I would have taken a sell entry from here to this point. This would have been a very good trade too. It plays out, but I was not on the trade. So this market already moved. So how I'm going to position myself now is to wait again for another pullback. Once you miss the move, you just have to wait again. You are going to do more of waiting than execution. So is to wait again if you are going to have correction. And trust me, this market can just keep going down to 65k. That is my target on Bitcoin. So when we get to 65k, we can now start a bull run. These sales, they are like short-term movements. If we go to the monthly chart, this is where price can hold more strength. You can see that there is a major level here. So this is considered as a very strong push to the upside, a retracement, then we can start another rally. Bitcoin, I'm still expecting further down movement to 66, 65 thereabout. So that is what we have on Bitcoin. And now to the indices market. The indices market has not really been moving well. The market is at the top and price is ranging. You can see we had a strong massive push and then price is ranging at this region. Are we going to break to the upside, or this is going to lead to a bigger retracement before we continue? So let's see what we have on the lower time frame. So you can see this range. You just want to stay out. When the market is ranging, it is just time to stay out of the market, because you are going to hurt yourself more when you try to trade in this market. So price is ranging. I'm staying out. Majorly, the indices I look at are ranging. They are ranging. Same thing here as well. Price is ranging. So there's not a very good move. Okay, this one is showing me something nice, but I'm still yet to pick my trade entry. Price has been able to break out of this major resistance, creating these patterns, which I see as a bullish continuation pattern, but entry is only going to be confirmed when we break above. You can see we try to break above, price close back inside. This is still a range. So until price is ready to push, that is when I'm also ready to execute. And lastly, we have US 30. I took a trade here some days ago, and then you can see the market is already against my position already. I entered with a break and retest concept. So when the market starts ranging, that is when I spot this triangle pattern. Then I just have to mark it out. So if we are able to break above, it tells that the bullish trend is going to continue. But if price go below this support level, yeah, my stop loss is still lower. I'm still very active on this trade. So if we get here, it means price will take me out for a loss. So indices markets, they are currently not inconclusive, but the major pairs are now having direction. So that is what we are going to be looking at this month for chart insights. If you have any questions or you like this video, you can like, share, and also if you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, you can do that instantly. And I'm going to see you in the next episode.